Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to IMS 2018 here in Philadelphia. Here we are at AMCAD engineering booth, and we are proud to present you with our latest developments in terms of software and hardware. So here we're going to be talking about Iqstar, which is our new software for 50 ohm and power amplifier characterization system. The purpose of Iqstar is actually to reuse all the equipment you have already in your lab and give them a second life by use them in the best way, so that you are getting the maximum out of them to characterize your PA, characterize your 50 ohm devices. So the instruments can be set in this way, where you have your setup here and you can set all your measurements and all your configuration in advance and be able to do all your measurements in one step. Thanks to our sweep plan procedure, where you're going to be able to build your setup and build your measurement sweep plan and be able to do that in a one-touch button. So here we're going to start by running our sweep plan just as an example, where we're getting our measurement started. In this case, we choose to do S parameter measurement, power sweep measurements, smart sweep, video bandwidth, two-tone measurements, and more than that. So once the measurements are running, you can see that the software is able actually to characterize different conditions. After the S parameters are just finished, we can see here that we are doing some power P in, P out measurements or power sweep. And you can see that because of some GaN devices may have some trapping effect, we would like to be able to make all these measurements in the same conditions. So you can see here this small window that is showing actually the variation of the IDQ based on time. So after we finish the first sweep, we are making sure that our device is getting back to the original conditions in terms of current, quiescent current. And once that is done, then we can change the frequency and do the other sweep. So in fact, this is a very important curve that we are measuring here, because it helps you also, it helps actually the customer check their process in GaN devices. So in the beginning, they may have a very long time waiting for the device to settle, and with time, with the changing their process and working on it, they can see that this time is actually reduced, and that will give them an indication that their process is getting much better with time. So once we do all these measurements and we characterize this power amplifier, well, what we can do is we can go to our whiteboard. You can scroll, you can have them change dynamically and be able to select the exact frequency, the exact compression, the exact power, and be able to see all these characteristics on your screen. Of course, there is a very important measurement that we are doing as well, which is the video bandwidth, where we are actually sweeping the two tones over the frequency, so we can see what is the bandwidth, instantaneous bandwidth of this power amplifier, on which this power amplifier stays linear. And like we see here, we have this power amplifier that can reach up to 200 megahertz of instantaneous bandwidth, and this is an important information that is given to the designers and to the power amplifier people. Of course, we have some 3D printing and curves that you can play with. So actually the user can interactively change these curves, check the right angle of vision, and make sure that he's getting the exact information that he's looking for. And everything is actually at the tip of his hand. So probably the measurements now are finished. Yes, and with that, my presentation as well. Thank you very much, and see you next year at Boston. Thank you.